I recently posted on Facebook a post about Comrade Kamala in her communist incantation. We hear her say, "What can be unburdened by what has been." That is a direct quote from Chairman Mao.
The point about progress is to have the ability to have a vision and a belief and some faith in what can be, unburdened by what has been.
Unburdened by what has been. Hey, feels, I don't know, like I've heard that before.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know? What can be, unburdened by what has been.
What can be, unburdened by what has been.
What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been.
Well, now she's released her economic plan. Well, guess what? There's nothing capitalistic in this economic plan. Let's talk about price controls. Where do we know that there have been price controls? Well, Russia. And it caused empty shelves in all their food stores for a long time. Price controls don't seem to be working very well down in Venezuela either. But yet she's going to put price controls on food in a market that has about a 1.2% profit margin.
Okay, you know, if they were price gouging, wouldn't the profit margin be 30% instead of 1.2%? I mean, this whole thing is absurd. The Washington Post directly cited communism about this in its story, saying it's hard to exaggerate how bad this is, that it's going to lead to shortages, black markets, and hoarding.
She's going to raise minimum wage and drive minimum wage jobs out of the marketplace and cause businesses to close. Just take a look at what's happening in California. She's going to give money away to buy votes. What do I mean? Well, she's going to give first-time home buyers $25,000 for their down payment.
We also know that as the price of housing has gone up, the size of down payments have gone up as well. Even if aspiring homeowners save for years, it often still is not enough. So in addition, while we work on the housing shortage, my administration will provide first-time home buyers with $25,000 to help with the down payment on a new home.
It's going to inflate the prices of homes. It's going to create more demand in the market, thereby increasing costs, you see, and it's going to be inflationary. Apparently, she never took economics in school and studied the law of supply and the law of demand. Now, what else is she going to do? A $6,000 tax credit for the first child. Again, that's inflationary. I know parents need help, but the way they need help is for their wages to outstrip inflation. And oh, by the way, she's going to get tough on the border and hire more border agents. What has she done the first 1,400 plus days of her administration? Nothing. She hasn't even been to the border yet, even though she's the border czar. And as part of her brilliant plan, she's going to work on inflation. Where the hell has she been? 1,400 plus days, and she's done nothing to suggest anything to reduce inflation. And now her proposal for a competitive economy is nothing but inflationary and socialism writ large. Now, you may not like Trump, and I know a lot of people don't like the way that he comes across, and sometimes the bombacity with which he attacks things. But compare the policies of what Trump is proposing and what Comrade Kamala is proposing. And I think the choice becomes clear. If it were anyone but Donald Trump against whom she was running, I don't think she would get 25% of the vote. But I'm concerned for, not me, hell, I'm almost 70 years old, but I'm concerned for my grandchildren, and maybe one day soon, or maybe not too soon, but great-grandchildren and your grandchildren and your children. This country is at a turning point, and we are going to creep further into socialism, or we're going to restore capitalism and the work ethic and the American way and the American dream. The choice is coming soon, and we have to realize that the reason she's hiding from the press is because she has no answers. And when they try to pin her down on specifics, she has none. So think about this going into this election, and vote with your mind and not your emotions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.